Hello again, and welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC, and we are nearing the end. So here we go on to our next letter of the alphabet. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that means you're probably new here. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And don't worry, on these, you do not have to watch this in any particular order. At the end, I'll have a card or something over here. You can watch all the videos up until then. And this series is the 30 Days of Survival Challenge, which is done for the month of September, which is AKA National Preparedness Month. So every day we're doing a different letter and then talking about how that kind of goes into the world of preparedness. And here we go. So we are on the letter Y. Now, the very, very first word I'm going to kick this off with is you. No, not the letter U. You. YOU. Because it all starts with you. Everything about preparedness starts with you. You have to be the one that makes the decision on if you're going to even start preparing. And then if you choose to go down that lifestyle, you have to choose your reasons. Why are you preparing in the first place? What are you preparing for? You have to start with every aspect. What are you going to focus on first? How much time are you going to devote to this? How much resources? How much finances? It all comes down to you, the person that is watching this. And I challenge you too that as you watch this and as you have watched all the other ones in the future videos, make sure that you personalize it, because when it comes down to prepping in general, all the way down to the bare bones of it, it is a very personalized thing for you to do. You can listen to others. That's why you're here, right? And they can provide motivation. They can provide ideas. They can give recommendations, uh, success stories, failures, all sorts of other things. But at the end of the day, it's what you do with that. Okay. I can sit here until I'm blue in the face, telling you all sorts of stuff. Mine is not to necessarily talk you into prepping. Mine is I want to share different ideas, stories, topics, all sorts of things along those lines, so I can get you to think and think for yourself. So that way you can utilize that information, personalize it, and make it fit your needs. So, one of the things that I want to switch gears and talk about is the next one, yellow. Yellow is the kind of universal color for warning, and we need to pay attention to those warnings. Uh, there should be a lot of kind of that yellow flashing around, and that can go to walking around your property, walking around your home, walking in your area of your neighborhood and things like that. It could be walking your route if you are going to do a bug out and it's semi nearby. Um, Walking around looking at different things, what's the potential hazards, what is around there that throws up these yellow flags of what you might need to quote unquote worry about around your house. Is there anything that's a potential hazard? Is there something that you just noticed that you need to make a repair or you need to move? There's a whole bunch of things that if you stop and take a minute and really open your eyes, and sometimes it's not even about you because you have got used to everything. Sometimes you need a second set of eyes, somebody that's fresh to come in and kind of point out some of the yellow warning flags, if you will. So it's okay to ask for help, but you still have to make the decision on, is that really a yellow warning symbol or not. Um, but that goes into physical, that goes into mental. Make sure that there's nothing going on in your life that you have control over, that you can exit that out. You don't need more mental anguish. You don't need to have any more mental strife or anything like that. If somebody is in your life that's causing drama, yellow flag it. Okay, we need a timeout. um, Maybe it might be one of the things it's best to just go ahead and cut them out of your life. Uh, that is, again, that's a decision up for you. Check all the people that you have already. Check your friends, check your family. Are they throwing out yellow flags? Do they need something? Is there something that you can help them with? Uh, you know, there's a lot that goes into kind of the yellow part of this. Now, the next one I want to get into is years, because it doesn't matter if you've been prepping for years or if you're going to be prepping for years. It's not a quick thing. You don't get to go out on the weekend. You don't get to take a month or 6 months. It's not about money. It's not about time. It's a lifestyle. And so when you get into this, you have to understand that you're making a commitment. It's kind of like buying one of them parrots or one of them turtles that live, a ton, because it's not a thing that you're taking on the responsibility for a couple of years. You're taking on almost a lifelong responsibility. And so it also goes into your training and anything along those lines about learning more knowledge, researching, and all that. It takes years to actually gain wisdom. It takes years to gain real foundation of experience. It takes years for you to master skills and things like that. If especially if you're just starting off, don't get it to where you get frustrated that you're not picking it up, or you feel like your back's against the wall or time's running out. Small attainable goals, and you will, over a course of however long it's going to take, you will get there. Okay. I know that sometimes a lot of the prepping channels and a lot of the prepping topics, they come off very doomsday, very negative. You can do it. If you want it bad enough, you're going to figure it out. You may have to do it different than everybody else. You may have to learn something in a whole different method. You may have to apply it using a different system or whatever. If you want it, you will figure a way out. You just have to be creative. Sometimes you can do it on your own. Sometimes you may have to have a little bit of help, but stick with it, and you will achieve it. Now, the last one I'm going to switch over is yard. And that's going to go to pay attention to your yard, however big or however small it is. Most of us, unless we live in like the third story apartment building, even then, you technically have a yard. It's not necessarily yours, but see what's in your yard. Okay. Not all weeds are bad. And it's one of those that if you can identify what that plant is that's growing, and it provides a benefit to you, there's something that you can do with it, then let it go. If there's something growing that provides no benefit, or maybe it's harmful for whatever, it's ground cover that's going to kill other things, or uh, whatever the reason, then discourage it. Get it out of there, and make it to where other things replace it that are beneficial. Walk around, check the condition of the yard. What's in there? Is the soil good? Are you getting good drainage? If you could plant, what would you plant? How would you divvy out the yard into sections of, this is going to go here, that's going to go there? Um, how are you going to do a walkway to be able to do it? How are you going to provide drainage for it? How are you going to water and irrigate and all that? If you're going to have animals, where are you going to put them? Where's the pen going to go? How are they going to graze, or anything along those lines? Walk around your yard. Most of us don't use 100% of our yard. Little rural would probably not be happy with me if I did. He'd have no room to play. So uh, during SHTF, you have to make sure that you're utilizing and getting the maximum you possibly can. There's a potential there. Can you maximize that potential? So walk your yard, take mental notes, draw it out, put pen to paper, and see what you come up with. So there's my 4 words. We're going to do our honorable mention, which is the word yet. So if you are just starting out, or you've been in it a little bit, and maybe there's that skill you want to learn, and you're just not there, you can't master it. Remember the word yet. You just haven't mastered it yet. and all the different other things that we can go through and put all these other examples in there. I don't have, the water or the amount of water that I want. You don't yet. Well, I don't have the medical training yet. Okay. Don't use yet as an excuse. Use yet as a motivator. As long as you're making strides, as long as you are actually putting in the effort to get to that end goal, you can use yet as a motivator. I'm not there yet, but I'm headed there. It's that little caveat, it's that little stepping stone. Make sure it's not a word that's going to be used to discourage you, but rather encourage you. You will get there. You're just not there yet, but you're headed in the right direction. You're going down the correct path. Use that whenever you feel discouraged, and just see if it helps you. It's not going to help everybody, but it might help you. So, there you go. That's what I've got. I hope that you guys got something out of that. If I did a good job, give me the thumbs up, do all the fun YouTube things and all that stuff. Uh, but we're at the end of the video where I'm going to issue you the challenge. So we went over the word or the words for the letter Y. I challenge you, do 1, 2 words that start with Y that it goes with preparedness. Drop them down in the comment section below. Let's build a list as a community. I'm not here to build the list for you. I gave you a couple to get the list started. Let's see what you can come up with. Get that creativity flowing, and really give it some thought. Think about it. And we'll see what we come up with. So that's what I've got. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys for watching. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, a blessed day. Stay tuned because there's definitely more information to come. And with that, I want to remind you, remain united because we're all prepping in this together.